Ryan stood there in front of a hallway unknown, in front of a very suspicious looking room. She swore she had heard sounds coming from inside as if there was a ghost. She stepped forward carefully, holding the doorknob, suddenly feeling like it was a horror movie. Today was an event, an arts event, where her school was visiting a beautiful opera house. She stepped out for a bit to leave some fresh air and use washroom, ending up on a hallway unknown right in front of a haunted room. She slowly twisted the knob, stepping forward like the exact idiot who dies first in a movie. She clutched her phone tightly in her hand, having texted her friend to come follow her. Only if he finds her out in time. As she stepped inside, it looked like a storeroom. It was big and there was so much stuff in there. Her heart was in her throat as she stepped inside. She screamed when someone placed their hand on her shoulder and jumped in place. She turned around to find her friend who wheezed out laughing, looking at her terrified expressions. Jungkook, I'm sorry, but why would you scream like that? Did you see a ghost? Why? There is a ghost. Jungkook, let's find it then. I always wanted to talk to ghosts. One looked at him weirdly, as if he was possessed or something when he started to explore the huge room looking for a ghost as if it might appear at his order. Fine, let's go back. Jungkook, come here, I found something. Fine, what? Ghost? She widened her eyes when he started to drag her. Fine, hey, I don't want to go. I'm telling you, I'm not going to kill him. But the ghost doesn't. John, I swear, let me go. She struggled, clearly terrified when he kept dragging her. Why did you come here to start with? Jungkook, there's no ghost, Ryan. They're not real. Stop struggling. Ryan, no, you just let me go right now. She grabbed the cabinet with one hand and his hair with the other, pulling onto them. He groaned. Jungkook, you wanna fight, huh? Let's fight. Let go of my hair right now. Ryan, you let go of me first. Jungkook, I'm feeding you off to a ghost. Did I tell you I made a deal with him and sold you off? Ryan, I knew it. That's why you were dragging me there. I'm going to cry now. Let me go. Jungkook grinned and pulled her closer. In that process, their feet entangled with each other, giving birth to their fall. Jungkook managed to roll over so he was to land on hard ground first, and she landed on top of him. His hand went around her head to keep her from safe from any kind of injury. Vine held onto his shirt tightly. He was half sitting right against the wall. She was in between his legs, face dug in his neck, They fall made quite some sound as the things over the table fell when Mine's hand tried to grab a fistful. The door opened. She looked up at him, then back at the door immediately and found a couple nearly in their late 40s or early 50s entering. They stopped, and so did Mayan, god of Jungkook, immediately fixing her skirt, which was halfway up her legs. Lady, are you okay? We heard a sound. Lion, yes, I accidentally dropped some things. Thank you for your concern. Lion joined her hands behind her back, acting all shy and blushy as if they were doing something wrong. She just wanted the couple the tape to sign and leave, but she believed it would be so rude to say it herself. Lion, babe, I told you it was not a good idea. She whispered loud enough for the couple to hear and hold Jungkook's arm, helping him up. Thankfully, he was no flustered or give away anything about her lies. Jungkook, why are you here? Mom, Dad? Mine almost choked up. It took her everything to control her expressions. She was shocked, but more permanently embarrassed. Jungkook, I'm sorry, love, but I never got to show you any picture of my parents. Father, we came here for a walk when he heard the sound. Mother, seems like we came on a very wrong time. Why? No, no, you just didn't at all. I'm sorry, you had to see that. She wished she could undo what she just did now. It was the crazy amount of desire to just die right now. Jungkook, meet my girlfriend. Why? She first smiled, trying to stay calm and bored to both of them. Mother, introductions will come later. We shall get going and leave you two to continue whatever it was, as long as I get to have my son convinced for the wedding in early 20s. Mother, right, honey? She looked at her partner as if she was already dreaming about their kids. Father, then I can rest in peace finally. Keep a control of him. He pat Ryan's head before leaving, with his wife on the way teasing both Jungkook and Ryan. Jungkook, of course. She has me wrapped around her fingers, he said as he backhugged her until they were out of the room, making sure to close the door behind them. Ryan, you can let me go. Oh. She stuttered but felt really warmth in his arms. Jungkook, is holding my girlfriend wrong? Ryan, the act is over. Jungkook, tell me you didn't feel it. We look good together. He placed his knuckles against her waist as his breath fanned over her neck, giving goosebumps. This was not healthy at all for her. Her heart started to beat furiously as Jungkook held onto her jaw softly and made her look back at him. They stood there, faces centimeters apart, breaths fanning each other. Jungkook was waiting for permission, but instead Wine got on her tiptoes and kissed him. She turned back around towards him. He kissed her back almost instantly. Once they pulled away, Wine was breathing heavily with red cheeks and drunk eyes. Jungkook, I'm making you mine. You are always mine. He whispered against her lips, and Wine didn't seem to be bothered. In fact, she liked it. If this caused adventure led her to something like this, she wished it happened way earlier than it did.